So fairly straightforward class today. The thing is, when we do our Surya Namaskars, we'll do beginner and we'll do variation one. And in between those two, we'll work the back and the core a little bit before we do the other one. All right. So beginner variation, a little bit of cat and tiger work, variation one, and then similar to cat and tiger, but slightly different. Okay. Come on up. Surya Namaskars. Front of the mat. Now, really slow, very gradual, absolutely no force. Take a few calm breaths over here, standing tall, palms together. Exhale, release, and inhale, start up. Breathing out, forward bend. Left leg not too far back, knee touch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cat pose up. Exhale, down. Inhale, neutral back. Out, downward dog. Left foot all the way forward, right knee touching the ground. Breathing out, forward bend. Remember to drop your head so that your neck relaxes. And inhale, up and back. Straighten, let it go. One more of that. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Right leg not too far. Downward dog, hips up. Breathing in, cat pose with a dipped back. Breathing out, hunched back, head down. Neutral. Dog. Right leg forward. Forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten and let it go. Okay, a little bit of a break here. Working on the back and the legs and the core, everything using the cat and the tiger. Hands and knees on the ground. First, let's just do the cat pose a few times. Breathe in, dip. Breathe out, hunch. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. And return to neutral. Now, get your knees a little closer together, just a bit. So not really touch each other, just slightly closer. Right leg back. Now we're not moving in the tiger, we're holding it. Careful, keeping your hips level. Right leg straight and up. Now you're trying to get a little bit of a curve, and that's why it's slightly higher than the hip, if possible. Looking forward. Breathe in. And on the exhale, right knee to the nose. Stay there for a few seconds. Release. Same thing on the left. Left leg back. Without tilting the hips, inhale, left leg up, straight. No turning at the hip. Looking ahead slightly. Breathe in, breathe out, slow, rounded back. Drop your head to knee. And release. Left knee down, tuck your toes under, come on up nice and slow. Namaskar 1, front of the mat. Feet together, palms together. Release, let's go. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down, forward bend. Left leg all the way back, knee touch. Lift the back knee first and then plank. Down to the mat, knees, chest and chin. Chest up, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left forward, right knee touch. Stepping together, forward bend. Breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, release, and immediately continuing with the next one. Inhale, up. Forward bend down. Right leg all the way back. Back knee touch. Lift and plank to the ground. 8 pointed. Cobra, chest up. Down dog, hips back. Right foot forward. Forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten and let it go. Okay, down to the ground again. A little bit of work over here. Get down, lying face down on the floor. So we're not on hands and knees this time. You're in an easy cobra. Now, if you like, you can interlock your fingers right now. Maybe you don't need to do that, but if you like, you're welcome to do that. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, tuck your toes under, and forearm plank. Release. Breathe in, look up. Easy cobra. Breathe out, tuck your toes under, lift, forearm plank. Down, last one. Easy cobra. Exhale, lift off. And that's it. Let it go. Now, the next one you'll have to do in a plank. If the plank is bad for your wrist, if your wrists hurt, you're welcome to just do it on your forearms. Let's go. Come on up. Get your hands in position directly under your shoulders, both legs straight back in the plank. Now, from here, right foot a little higher than usual. Lift off. Keep your neck neutral. There's no need to look forward for this one. Right foot down for a moment. Wait. Breathe in and breathe out, rounding your shoulders, right knee to the nose. That's it. Legs back, knees down. Sit back and give your wrists a little bit of a release. And let's start again. Hands forward, shoulders above hands, starting in a plank. Left leg toe pointed and up without turning the hip. Left foot touches the ground for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Round your shoulders, left knee to the nose. That's it. Legs back, knees down. Sit back and give yourself a little bit of a wrist shake. That's it. Let's start standing postures. Come on up. Standing sideways on your mat. Feet about shoulder width apart. Now, the right hand could be down here on the thigh, or it could even be on the hip this way. All right, really up to you, depending on how your shoulder feels. Inhale, left up. Exhale, curving to the right. Inhale, back up. Release. Change. Right arm up, breathe in. Remember to keep your arm and your head close to each other. Breathe out. Let's curve to the left this time. Pushing your hips towards the right, curving towards the left. And you've got this left hand for rest if you need it. Not rest, a little bit of support, let's say. Inhale, back up and down. Now, still facing in the same direction, feet about two shoulder widths apart. Now, this doesn't have to be very fixed. You can maybe increase or decrease the width, arms up to shoulder height, heels turn in, toes turn out, and go for a bit of a squat. Now, from here, right hand on thigh, left arm up, and exhale, curving to the right. And we're resting on the forearm. We're not going all the way down to the ground. Inhale back up, and you can stand up for a moment. So straighten up so that your thighs get some rest. Arms up to shoulder height, breathe in, breathe out, knees bent. Remember, heels in, toes out. Now, before you do anything else, left hand on thigh, right arm straight up. Inhale, extend upward, exhale, curving to the left. Resting with your forearm on your thigh. Make sure that your legs and your hips don't change, which means you don't move or sway to the side. Your hips and your legs stay exactly as they were when you started. All right, inhale back up, straight legs, toes point forward so you don't lose balance, and relax for a moment. Now going in for a triangle. So feet a little wider than the last time. There we go. Right foot 90 degrees. Inhale, arms up. Breathe in. Tuck the hip in, go forward, which is to the right, and down. And go easy. There's no need to go to the ground. Stay on your ankle or on a block. Only if you're really comfortable will you take that right hand down to the floor. Inhale up. You can bend the right knee slightly while coming up. That's okay. Face the side and let's go the other way. Arms up, left foot 90 degrees. Breathe in, tuck the hip in, move to the left, and then think of moving down. If you like, all the way down, but you really don't have to do that. Inhale back up, face the side, hands down, and shuffle together for a moment. Next, Warrior Two. Now, when we do Warrior Two, we'll do it in two stages. And it's fairly simple. They're not trying to do anything too fancy. First, you'll just have a very average Warrior Two, and then you'll try and increase the length by moving the back foot. Now, whenever you increase the length, there's a chance that you might tilt your body forward, all right? And you don't want that happening. So today I'll say instead of looking in front at the right hand, look straight to the side. Let's do this. Feet apart, enough distance for Warrior Two. Arms up, as in out to the side. Right foot 90 degrees. And we're not looking forward, you're looking to the side. Breathe in and breathe out, right knee bent. Nothing too strong. Chest facing the side, arms in one straight line. And today you're even looking at the side. You're not looking forward. And for the final one, let's go. Left foot shuffles further back, further back. Your right knee does not change. Your body does not lean. Nothing. Only the left foot goes further back. So you sit deeper. And that's enough. Straighten up, hands down. Come a little closer. Yeah, come back to neutral. And let's do both of those on the other side. Feet apart, ready for a very average Warrior Two. Arms out to the sides. Left foot turns, left knee bent. Virabhadrasana 2. Really straight, strong arms. Okay, time to take this deeper. Right foot, bit by bit, shuffles further back so you end up sitting deeper without leaning with the trunk. And that's enough. Come on up and shuffle close. That bit is done. Wonderful work. Let's come to the front of the mat. Now we'll try and do a bit of a forward flexion of the hips. So let's say forward bends, but this time we're not folding completely. Whenever possible, we're keeping the back in a straight line. So very often it's going to be just half a forward fold. Let me show you what I mean. In fact, let's do this together. It's very simple to understand. Front of the mat, breathe in and breathe out. Hands down. Left leg steps back in a simple high lunge. Let's add a little more strength to this by taking those hands off the ground. First, get onto your fingertips. The chest comes up a little bit. And then just a little bit more so you're no longer resting your fingers on the ground. And if you won't take the arms forward or something today, just let them hang down there. Keep your neck neutral. What you're trying to create is one straight line from your head all the way to that left heel. Now, for a few seconds, to make sure that the shoulders are open in this position, take your hands and place them on your lower back, elbows pointing up. But we're not curving, we're not doing this. You're still leaning forward, elbows up. That's enough. Hands down. And let's change legs. Right leg steps back. Left foot all the way forward. High lunge. Wait, get comfortable. Fingertips. And a little higher, just staying down there. That's it. So your hands are hanging down there. Your arms are hanging downward. Back leg absolutely straight. Think about it. Few more seconds, keeping the shoulders open by resting your hands on your lower back, elbows pointing upward. Beautiful. Hands down. Step back into your dog. Shake about a little bit. Second one. Right leg all the way forward. Back foot a little closer first. And then inhale up. Hands on hips, fingers pointing down, elbows pointing back. Breathe in. Now do as less as you like. Yeah, we're not going all the way down. Breathe in and breathe out, folding from the hip about 1/4 or 1/3, or the most we will do today is halfway, not going deeper than this. Flat back. If you think you're rounding up, come higher. It's okay. Looking slightly forward at the ground. Right knee bent, and this is just for safety. You don't have to do it, but it's better. And inhale all the way up. Release hands. Change legs. Left forward, right back. Average step. Really straight, strong legs. Do not let the hips turn. Hands on hips. Breathe in, broad shoulders. Breathe out, stop the lean. Always better to go slow. So you don't have to backtrack. You can stop at any stage you like. Left knee bent. Inhale, push yourself up. And then step together. Relax. Shake about a bit. Last one over here. And we'll do this with the legs together. Now, to make it harder, feet together. To make it easier, feet slightly apart. Now, for this one, rather than say do less, I'll say bend your knees if you have to. All right. But you're really hoping to get your back in the same level as your hips. So, really up to you. Do less. It's okay. And you do less today, this time, by bending the knees. Breathe in. Feet together or slightly apart. Hands on hips to start with. Exhale, start going forward, forward, forward. Now let's assume this was too much for you. You're welcome to bend the knees a little bit. It's okay. That'll be a lot safer. But if possible, straight legs and going down to halfway level, hip level. You're looking forward at the ground, but not enough to strain your neck. Knees bent. Everyone, knees bent. Inhale, up, and relax. And that's it. That part is done. Now, a few standing twists. For this one, you might need a block, all right? Because we will do the revolving triangle. So if you need a block for Parivritta Trikon, revolving triangle, just keep it close by. Starting at the front of the mat. Exhale, fold over, left leg all the way back, keep it straight. Now we're not doing a revolving side angle, we're revolving in the lunge itself. So from here, breathe in, look forward a little bit. Breathe out, left hand moves closer to the right foot. Closer, that's it. Use a block if you need it. Turning to the right, right hand on lower back. If and when you're ready, right arm straight up. That's it. We're not crossing over completely like we do. We're twisting in place. Both hands down. Change legs. Right leg steps back. Left foot steps forward all the way. A really long, perfect lunge. Breathe in, look ahead. Breathe out, right hand a little closer to the left foot. Twisting to the left, left hand on lower back. And whenever you're ready, left arm straight up. Beautiful, both hands down. Changing legs again. Left leg steps back. Now this time, revolving triangle. So really, if you need your blocks, go for it. Right leg all the way forward. Left foot, let's say halfway up the mat. Breathe in, straight legs, look forward. Breathe out, left hand down on the ground. Use a block, use your foot, whatever you need. Right hand on lower back. Wait for a second. And if you're comfortable, right arm up, revolving triangle. Right knee bent, both hands down. Step back into your dog. And give yourself a little shake if you like. One heel up, one heel down. Left foot all the way forward. Right foot halfway up the mat. Breathe in, look ahead, both legs straight. Breathe out, right hand down on the ground. Turning your body to the left. And then left arm up. Left knee bent, both hands down. Step together. Bend your knees and up. Okay. Twisting squat. Please remember, the deeper you go, you got to push your hips further back. All right. Feet together. Palms touch, elbows out. Breathe in. Knees bent. And just get into a squat for a second. Wait. Breathe in again. On the breathe out, bend your knees even more, push your hips further back, and turn to the right. Pushing your triceps, your left triceps against your right thigh. Turn. Inhale up. Get your breath back. Always wait to get your breath back. It's no sense going to the other side when you're still breathing heavy. So get your breath back, be calm, and let's go the other way. Palms touch, elbows outward. Breathe in, down, bending the knees. Wait for a sec. On the next exhale, bend even more, push your hips back, and turn to the left this time. And release. Inhale up, let it go. Okay, standing posture's almost done. We're not doing the back bends while standing. We'll do them on the ground. But before you get there, one of the variations of Utkatasana. Now, I know you're fed up of Utkatasana because your thighs are probably tired. But the good news is the variation we're doing today, very less. You don't have to go deep at all. The thing is, we'll really focus on arms upward. So we'll start the easy way, and then if you like, you can make it stronger by joining your palms and looking up, right? Feet together. Bending your knees just a little bit, curving the back, arms up. Now keep your palms apart and look forward for now. No need to go any deeper than this. Remember, you want your fingers pointing up to the ceiling, not forward and not back. So in this variation, absolutely up. Now, if you can, if your shoulders are okay with this, look up, join your palms, and still keep your arms absolutely straight, pointing up, not forward, not back. Curving the back, opening your shoulders out. Beautifully done. Release. And that's it. Lie down on the ground, face down. A little bit of rest before we continue. Slow, come on up into easy cobra. Forearms on the ground. Now, while you're waiting in this position, I'll just explain things to you. So we're starting with a lunge, and then we're doing maybe a cobra, maybe a locust, things like that. The idea is to really prepare the hips first, and then along with that, of course, the lower back, so that hopefully your back bends are getting better and stronger. We're not just talking about deeper, we're also talking about strength in the contraction. Now, back bends are a contraction of the back muscles. So let's see how that works. Now, during the lunge, I might give you different instructions about the knees. Now, if you can't follow that instruction about the knee, push the knee forward, take the knee back, all that, it doesn't really matter. But make sure that your lunge is proper, your front foot is flat. Okay? That's all. If you can follow the stronger instruction, go for it. Otherwise, no problem. Hands on the ground, push back, downward facing dog. Shake about a bit. And let's start with a simple low crescent lunge. Right leg all the way forward, back knee touching the ground. Now, if you like, you can point the foot. If you prefer, you can keep it toes tucked under, not a problem. Now, this is a very average lunge. Hands on knees, sit up. Now, while waiting here, breathe in. When you breathe out, let your shoulders just drop and relax. Now, one more breath, breathe in. And when you breathe out, let your hip drop and relax a little bit. It's going to be a very tiny movement, very tiny. Beautiful. Hands down. Very slow. Change. Right leg back. Left foot forward. Right knee touching the ground. An average lunge. Come on up. Hands on knee or on thigh. First, let go of the shoulders. Breathe in. And when you exhale, just drop those shoulders down. Now that you got the shoulders out of the way, breathe in and allow the hip to collapse. Don't push it, don't tighten it, just let it go. So it's like you're allowing the hips to move closer to the left heel. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Everything loose and heavy. Beautiful. Hands down. Take your legs back and down to the ground. Lie down. Hands precisely near your chest. Feet stuck together. Kneecaps off the ground. Inhale, chest up without pushing with your hands, using only back strength. Roll your shoulders back and rest. Head down. Wait for a moment. Now, for this next one, I might give you a different instruction with the knee in the lunge, but you don't have to follow it if that's too much for you. Using your hands, push back into down dog. Right leg all the way forward, back knee touching the ground. Now, only as much as possible, and if at all possible, point the back foot and try and lean further forward with the right knee. There. Now, it doesn't matter if you're doing less, but keep that right heel on the ground. Don't let it lift off. Right heel down. Body up, hands on thigh. And again, the same two steps. Breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out, hips relaxed. Just let go. Hands down, change legs. Right leg goes back. Left foot forward. Point the back foot for this one. And try and push that left knee as far forward as possible. Of course, a lot depends on your ankle, yeah? So if it doesn't happen, it's okay. Torso up, hands on thigh. Breathe in. Let go of the shoulders. Breathe in. Let go of the hip. Just let it go. Don't press it down. Just let it go. That's enough. Hands down. Legs step back and down to the mat, lying down. Wait for a moment. Feet stuck together. Hands beside your chest. Not near your shoulders, beside your chest. Straight legs, kneecaps off the ground. Inhale, chest up without pushing. We just did this a minute ago. But now, only 10 or let's say 20% of strength from your arms, keeping your legs together, keeping your knees off, and chest up even higher. Feet together. If your feet separate, you're going too much. Kneecaps off. And down, head down, relax. Good news, last one. Using your hands, push back into down dog. Shake about a bit if you like. Right foot all the way forward, back knee touching the ground. Now here things change a little bit. Keep your knee directly above the heel, so you're not going forward, all right? Keep the knee directly above the heel. And look at my left knee, it's moving a little further back. We do this quite often. Move the left knee further back. That's it. Point the back foot once you got into position and up. Exhale, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, hips let go. Release, change. Hands down, downward facing dog. Left all the way forward. Knee above the heel. Right knee travels further back. And it's not going to be much. It's just going to be a couple of inches here and there. Now, right foot point. Hand on thigh. Sit up. Exhale, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, hips relaxed. So we're trying to do, or rather, we're trying not to do two things over here. So you're trying not to push, and neither are you trying to resist. Release, hands down. Lift off the back knee. Step back, knees down, lie down. Final back bend for the day coming up. Now I'll say feet together. You could do this with your feet slightly apart, but I'll say feet together just to give it that added difficulty. And if your legs don't come up too high, it's completely okay. One of the variations of locust, in fact, the safest one, if you ask me, feet stuck together. Hands near your lower ribs, not near your chest like the cobra, a little lower. Once you've got that, set your chest and head down. And let's go. Inhale, head up, chest up, both legs up, straight. Don't worry about how high they seem to be, but legs stuck together and absolutely straight. Roll your shoulders back. And down, release. Back bends done. Using your hands, push yourself back, knees apart, hips on heels, and you're leaning forward. So you're not sitting up there, you're leaning forward. Not all the way, in fact, a little less than halfway. Your hands are just slightly ahead of the knees. Now, if your knees are not comfortable with this position, just go into the cat pose, you'll be fine. Otherwise, we're trying to imitate the same movement of the hips, or should I say the tilt of the hips that we do in the cat pose. Hands on the ground, a little ahead of the knees, not too far forward. Breathe in, dip the back and look up. Breathe out, drop the head, hunch your shoulders, and push back, really rounding your spine. Let's do that once more. Inhale, dip, look up. Forward pelvic tilt, forward hip tilt. Slow, head down, shoulders hunched, posterior hip tilt. And release. Free your legs, legs out in front of you. Okay, now we're going into Dandasana and we'll do it in stages. By the time we come to the end, I might ask you not to do a particular stage. And there's no secret to it. So I'll just say that if you're leaning behind even a bit, do not continue, all right? Stop wherever you have an absolutely straight vertical back. So let's start really easy, almost like we were all beginners. Knees slightly bent, flat feet, hands pushing into the ground. And right now, it's very easy to have that vertical back. Push, push the ground, broad chest. Okay, that works. So let's make it one step further. Straight legs. Fine. Now, if you're not leaning back, arms up. Absolutely up. You're not leaning back, not at all. Keep reaching up, really straight arms. Go up. And if and only if you can, heels off the ground, just the heels. You're not leaning back and lifting your legs off the floor. It's just the heels. Your calves are still touching. Really strong, active thighs. Straight arms reach up. And everything relax down. Lean back a little bit. Shake your legs about so your quadriceps get a bit of rest as well. And that's it. We're at the end. Now, I'll sit, or rather, I'll demonstrate it this way with this view for you, and then we can do it all together. We're doing a couple of reclining twists. In fact, we're doing the same thing twice. Once with the hip shift and once without the shift of the hips. So let me just demonstrate over here. You're lying down on the ground, knees bent, fingers interlocked under your head. And the first time, without moving anything, you'll just drop to the right. Okay? That's the first one. You go right, left, and come back. Anyway, the second one, this is where it changes a little bit. We're planning to drop down to the right, but before you do that, I'll ask you to shift your hips. So lift your hips and shift them a little to the left. So what you've done is a counter shift, and now twist again to the right. Okay. And of course, when you go to the left, you'll counter shift in the opposite direction. Let's do this. Final postures, lying down on your back, knees bent, fingers interlocked under your head. If possible, if it's comfortable, get your feet closer to your hips. If that doesn't work for you, take them slightly far away, all okay. First, without a shift of the hips, breathe in, Breathe out, dropping both your knees to the right. And keep your knees together, keep your feet together. Inhale back up, feet and knees together. Wait for a second. Breathe in, breathe out, dropping your knees to the left. Shoulders flat on the ground, neck relaxed. Inhale, return. Now the same thing with a tiny difference. First, shift your hips. So lift up your hips and move them a little to the left. Nothing too dramatic, a little to the left, and dropping your knees to the right again. And this feels different again. Return. But now when you return, you have to do something else. First, get your hips to the center because they were probably off center. Now again, move your hips a little to the right. So once again, a counter shift, dropping both knees to the left. Back to the center. Release your hands from under your head. And for a very short time, a very easy Pavan Muktasana. Knees up towards your chest. Go for a grab, head to knees. Don't make it too strong. Just for a few seconds. And release. Feet down, feet apart, knees knocking into each other, arms relaxed. Slow, shuffle your feet together, drop to the side, push yourself up using your hands. Do not roll up. At the end of class, we never roll up. We always push ourselves up. Come into a seated position, straight back. Palms touch, breathe in. And with the exhale, a little bow over here.